Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, the Hunter. Welcome back to the Baseball Hut 3, and hopefully you like this video. And hit that subscribe button. You know, I've been doing these videos on YouTube for many years, but I've really been doing sports videos for the last 5 years. And the one thing that's different between now and what it was 5 years ago, there's so many people doing stuff. So many podcasts, so many YouTube channels, it's just unbelievable. You know, and sort of an independent voice like your host gets kind of lost. But I'm not lost by any stretch of the imagination. Now, what I saw here, I saw two great athletes, two great NBA players doing a podcast. What the hell do I care? You know, and what do I care that Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady are going to be doing a podcast? But then I saw the name of it as cousins. I was like, they're cousins? I remember these guys playing in the NBA. They were great players. I mean, great players, great talents, you know. And I'm like, I was like, what? They're cousins. So let me read you this article from Barrett Media. This is the thing that shocked me the most, that they're family. Headline: Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady team up for a Cousins podcast, launching January 28th. Vince and Tracy are two of the most influential players of their era, and the connection to fans has only strengthened over time, quote unquote. Sinclair's AMP Sports is expanding its national audio footprint with the launch of a new original video podcast headlined by two of the most recognizable figures of their generation. The company announced the debut of Cousins, a weekly series hosted by NBA Hall of Famers and longtime NBC sports analysts Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady. The podcast is set to premiere January 28th and will be distributed across major audio and video platforms. While Carter and McGrady are widely known for their on-court accomplishments, the new project leans into a lesser-seen dynamic. The two are cousins, a relationship that has followed them from their early playing days through Hall of Fame careers and into their current roles as broadcasters and analysts. AMP Sports believes that personal connection is central to the show's appeal. Okay. According to a release, Cousins will host weekly conversations focused on the modern NBA. The show will also include reflections on defining moments from their playing careers. Discussions will blend basketball with a broader culture surrounding the sport. Episodes will also include great guest appearances from figures who have influenced the game both on and off the court. Quote, Vince and Tracy, two of the most influential players of their era. The connection to fans is only strengthened over time, said Rich Cook, Vice President of Audio Program of AMP Sports. Cook added that the podcast offers audiences a different lens on the duo's bond, one that extends beyond highlights and box scores. Carter said the format allows for a level of honesty that fans rarely see from former players of their stature. Quote, Tracy and I have seen this game from every angle, as players, as family, and as fans of the current era. With Cousins, we get to give fans the real stories behind the highlights they've watched a million times and defining moments that shaped our careers. Also breaking down today's game, said Carter. McGrady echoed that sentiment and described the series as a chance to pull back the curtain on an era. He said that era helped shape today's NBA. Quote, this isn't your typical podcast. It's up-close, personal conversations between two players who helped shape one of the most electric eras in basketball. And AMP Sports has given us the space to pull back the curtain and bring fans into our world for the first time, said McGrady. The launch of Cousins continues AMP Sports' push to build a diversified national podcast portfolio. The network already includes several established properties focused on basketball and soccer. The company aims to reach fans beyond traditional broadcast platforms. Full episodes of Cousins will be available beginning January 28th on major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. So they did competition. You know, that's the one thing I cannot compete against as a former athlete in this realm. Because they're the expert when it comes to all the athletics in terms of their own abilities and what they saw when they were playing either on the court or on the field. So I'm a little at a disadvantage. But This is wonderful. I mean, to see two great players who are family discussing what's going on in the NBA, what's going on, what happened in their careers. That's a lot of fun. That should be a lot of fun. Hopefully they're funny. I've never seen them on TV. I only know about Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley. Quite frankly, I didn't know that these guys were analysts as well. But this should be pretty good. So let me know what you think about this video, and of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut 3. It's not the Basketball Hut. If I do that, I'll be losing my mind if I do that. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later.